Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's Trail 247 back with another video. It's getting crazy out here. They trying to say BigBank career damn near over. 6ix9ine damn near exposed him for everything. So, about to see what's going on. 6ix9ine calling him.
Yo.
Coming right back. Coming right back.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Is if you had FaceTime me right now, I'm literally recording my reaction to the shit. Like right now, my camera's on and everything.
Yeah, bro, I killed him.
6ix9ine just sat down with an Atlanta OG by the name of BigBank. If you haven't heard of him, he's the one who conducted the only interview with Young Thug after Young Thug's snitching allegations came out. Now, BigBank is highly respected in Atlanta, and I'm gonna be honest with you, in my opinion, 6ix9ine absolutely destroys him through this conversation by pointing out the hypocrisy, by pointing out the contradictions of how not just BigBank, but the entire hip-hop community will side with their favorite rat while everyone turns.
And that's a fact, bro. Y'all can't be picking and choosing who careers y'all trying to end and shit. Y'all tried to crucify Gunna. Soon as Young Thug say they saying Young Thug ratted, y'all got every excuse in the book for him. What type of weird, bro? People be on some weird shit.
Turned on 6ix9ine for doing the exact same thing. Now I'm going to be reacting obviously to this interview, which falls under fair use when it comes to copyright because this is YouTube. I'm providing commentary, etc. But I have heard that BigBank, or at least his team, gets videos smacked down that reacts to his. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't think that's the case. I don't think there's anything I'm going to say that he doesn't want said, as he was clearly willing to sit down and do this interview. But let's check it out.
I hope my shit don't get copyrighted.
Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before, packaging money is stressful or tight.
You wake up with on your mind. That's what I want to know. When I wake up, right? I don't wake up with on my mind. I wake up me responding to right? I'm from New York. I feel like a lot of rappers, they wake up and mention 6ix9ine. They not from New York. When Meek Mill mentioned me, right? When Meek Mill mentioned me, he not from New York. When Lil Durk mentioned me, he not from New York. When King Von mentioned me, he not from New York. When 21 Savage mentioned me, he not from New York.
I'll say this off top, that's a cop-out. Saying, why do you wake up with black people on your mind, when really what you're getting at is, why are you talking about us? You're Mexican, you should only be talking about your people. He's in hip-hop. Hip-hop has been for everybody since it started. It was founded by black people. There's also a big debate on how influential the Puerto Ricans were when it came to creating hip-hop. But trying to tell somebody you're Mexican, you can only speak on Mexicans, is the same thing they tell me, you're white, only speak on white people. I speak on crime and hip-hop. And unfortunately, my face isn't gonna be the biggest topic of conversation, but I also cater to my audience. It's the same thing. When 6ix9ine came out, he was around all black people, so he feels comfortable in that space. And to silence him by saying, oh, well, you're not this, or you shouldn't be speaking on this, I think is BS.
Why do they got an opinion
That's definitely
on my life?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't agree with how 6ix9ine snitched and everything, just because it was like, boy, like, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were getting yourself into, bro. So don't come up here and try to act like, you feel me? But I can say I do respect that at the end of the day, it's seeming like all of these I don't respect, actually. It's seeming like every time somebody that is black, that, except for Gunna, I'll say, because they try to say he won't in the streets. But to say that 6ix9ine's a rat and try to end his career, and then on the flip side try to act like you snitching want a problem and it was just kumbaya, yeah, that's weird as fuck to me, bro.
Case not being from New York or having anything to do with my case, you know what I mean?
in the same rap shit, though.
Yeah. So I'm not.
he just proved my point. 6ix9ine said, why are they speaking on me and they're not from my city? Bank said, well, because y'all are all rappers. Okay, so then why can't 6ix9ine speak on them?
Exactly.
It's the same shit.
In the same rap, so they can and I can't. You get it? So
it's cool
not
when
like
they
me
do it.
waking
It's a
up
problem when
and
I do
saying,
it. Fuck.
Why I'm waking up with on my mind. They mention me first, so like when I got the right to defend myself, or is only like a one-sided thing?
You just overdo it to me. I'm gonna keep it a break, but you just overdo it.
All right, so there's rules to like levels now. I never mentioned 21 Savage, but this is what he had to say on the Big Bang show.
So one of the first contradictions that 6ix9ine will point out is this interview with BigBank that he did with 21 Savage, because apparently 6ix9ine never mentioned 21 Savage, but Savage brought him up in the interview and he responded, which is 6ix9ine's point. How do I wake up with people on my mind when they talk about me and all I do is react? And Bank would say, yeah, but you do too much. You react too much.
How is that doing too much?
And 6ix9ine would come back with, there's a fucking limit to how much I can defend myself. And it's just like, I'll be honest with you. I think Bank realized early on that he is talking to somebody that's going to pick apart every single contradiction. And Bank is gonna look somewhat like a hater because you're not gonna see him agree with 6ix9ine based on the fact that obviously 21 Savage is his boy. So was a lot of these Atlanta rappers, and he's just not going to allow himself to agree with 6ix9ine no matter how much 6ix9ine is making sense.
21 Savage in the United States right now.
What do you mean?
How's he here?
What do you mean? What's your point?
He's not from here. He's the facade.
That don't make you no facade because you're not from America.
All right, so watch this.
But what's this gonna prove though? Like what's this gonna prove? That's what I'm saying. Like what is this gonna prove though? What you saying?
Now the fact that 6ix9ine has a whole PowerPoint presentation,
he literally got a whole PowerPoint
for this interview is hilarious, right? And what he's showing on the screen,
I'll read it. As of October 23rd, 2023, 21 Savage, lawful resident of the United States, successfully resolving his long-standing immigration saga, while he reportedly fled for a U visa in 2017 following a 2013 shooting incident. Okay.
He's saying is, y'all are saying that I'm a facade, that I'm not real. I'm really from New York City. I really grew up in this. And he's saying 21 Savage is from the UK. Bank is, well, what does that prove? How is he even in the US? And now 6ix9ine is pointing out that 21 Savage has a U visa. A U visa, for those that don't know, is basically a way for immigrants to stay in the country if they've been a victim of a violent crime in the US. It's kind of like, hey, you came here visiting and got shot and we feel bad, so we're gonna let you stay here as an apology. We're not gonna give you money, but we'll let you stay here. Like, our bad, Streets is kind of crazy over here, but our bad. Now, this is the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website. And it would break down victims of criminal activity, U non-immigrant status. The U non-immigrant status U visa is set aside for victims of certain crimes who have suffered mental or physical abuse and are helpful to law enforcement or government officials in the investigation or prosecution of criminal activity. The legislation was intended to strengthen the ability of law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute cases of domestic violence, assault, trafficking of aliens, and other crimes, while also protecting victims of crimes who have suffered substantial or mental or physical abuse due to the crime and are willing to help law enforcement authorities in the investigation or prosecution of the criminal activity. What 6ix9ine is getting at in this interview isn't the fact that 21 Savage just has a U visa. It's the fact that one of the most infamous stories in 21 Savage's lore is he was shot on his birthday and a close friend of his died. Savage almost lost his life as well. This is the reason Savage was able to get his U visa and not be deported, because he was a victim in this crime. And by definition, what the U visa is defined as is giving.
So people keep asking us, where do you film your podcast?
I'm not gonna lie, this shit is crazy. It's no way.
I record our show in 4K.
I never knew that 21. I knew he was a UK resident first. I knew that, but I did not know that when he got shot, that was the reason for him to even have U.S. citizenship. That shit is actually insane.
Victim of a crime who helped with the investigation and or prosecution of the person who committed that crime. So 6ix9ine isn't really saying, oh, he must have snitched. The U visa's definition is saying he cooperated in some sense. That's literally what the U visa definition is. If you want to get it, you have to help with the investigation. And the thing is, the paperwork has never been released publicly for anyone to see what 21 Savage said that was able to get his U visa approved. But 6ix9ine is pointing out that contradiction. Y'all are calling me a rat, but your homie's only in the country because he cooperated to get a U visa. No one's ever seen it. Nobody else makes comments about it, but that's the reality of the conversation we're facing.
Does 21 Savage have a U visa? How is he in the United States right now? And are helpful to law enforcement in investigation or prosecution of that criminal activity. This is a fact, though.
Yo, he is cooking. He is frying this bro. Man.
But what they got to do with anything, though? I'm saying, what are you saying? What's the point, though?
Bro.
What's the point?
Now, all that
it
right
means
there,
a lot, bro.
But what that got to do with anything, though? I'm saying, though, what's the point, though? He just showed you that your homie
That's
has
all
a
he
U
got to
visa,
say.
and the definition of a U visa is saying, and I'm going to read it while we talk about this. When the victim is helpful to law enforcement in the investigation or prosecution of that criminal activity, which would be the violent crime that makes them able to get a U visa. And Bank's response was, I don't know what that is. I never heard of it. What does that mean, though? What are you trying to say? He's telling you what he's trying to say. You just ain't processing it.
You saying he was a victim?
I mean, he's
a lot of people be victims who have suffered from certain crimes, basically, right?
But don't finish there. This is the key word right here. Read that slowly for me. Now read it out loud. Let people
physical abuse or
physical abuse, mental or physical abuse, and are helpful to law enforcement in the investigation of what, you gonna ignore that? That's what you got right now.
Look at him. He just said he don't want to read it. He don't want to read the rest of the definition of a UV.
That shows how much of a dick eater he is, bro. Cause there's no fucking way, bro. If I'm presented with facts, I'm not going against the facts, bro. Like, what the fuck be wrong with people, bro? That's just like you getting caught for something and going to jail for it. And crying and being like, I didn't do nothing. The whole way on it to jail. You know you did it. If you know you did it, just don't say nothing to the police. You know you're caught for it, though. Just take it as man, bro.
Because it makes his homie look bad. And this is the contradiction 6ix9ine's pointing out. The man read the whole top half of the paragraph. We know Bank can read. He ain't stupid.
Exactly.
And he refused to read the rest of that paragraph because he will not accept anything that makes his people look bad. And this is the whole reason 6ix9ine wanted to have this sit down to point out these contradictions in real time.
Like, you can't even talk about these
man,
bro. I don't want to I'm trying to ask you questions.
Come on,
I know,
gang.
but listen to me. I know it's hard to believe. I know it's like tough. I know it's a game. Like, I don't want now looking into this.
Nigga ain't got nothing to say, bro. Nigga ain't got nothing to say, bro.
21 Savage here on a U visa. Y'all is not like that. They not.
You think you like that, though? I'm asking.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because I'm the only that did what I did, right? Sat on that stand and came out and wore it. I came out and said,
is you really wearing it, though?
There's no way that 6ix9ine isn't wearing it. I mean, I remember when he first came home and like TMZ or whoever walking up to him and like, yo,
he's
how does
wearing
it feel
it,
to have ratted or investigated or whoever? It might have been just like a random fan that asked him. He was like, oh, I feel like Batman, you know, putting away bad people and shit. He's always worn it. And that's the difference between him and a lot of other rappers. A lot of these other rappers will deny it to this day that what they did was snitching.
They go deny it to the
He flat
death.
out said it, and he knew there's nothing I can do to change people's minds. I'm just gonna embrace this shit. But then he weaponized it and said, okay, if y'all are gonna come down on me this hard for being a rapper that snitched, I'm gonna point out all of these other rappers that snitched, and let's see if y'all pick and choose, which
They do.
they did. 6ix9ine's lasted long enough to point out the contradictions of hip hop picking their favorite rats to the point now.
I ain't gonna lie, 6ix9ine better keep his head on a swivel and stay safe, bro. Because these people out here are just so delusional that they will kill you over telling the truth. Like,
That
shit's
he's
crazy.
making a comeback because it doesn't make any sense to hold the shit against him when all these other rappers have gotten passes, and these are the most gangster rappers that we can think of. So it's like, damn.
I ain't gonna
Turn your
lie,
passion into your profession.
This shit not surprising, bro. Like,
Shopify makes it easy to sell online.
He's
shit not
proving
surprising.
his point.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you make your point 100% on this podcast and everybody be like, you know what, he right.
I'm right. You know what they gonna say in the comments? Yo, damn, it's the right message, wrong message. Bank, you not hearing him though. This, I'm telling you what they gonna say.
No, I
Bank,
get what you're saying.
That's exactly what they're gonna say. The reason they're gonna say that is because nobody wants to side with 6ix9ine.
Literally.
100%. That's the reason that they're gonna say that. And a lot of these people don't want to do that because they feel like it'll have an effect on their career, because he was essentially blackballed when in reality he really hasn't been blackballed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Gunna situation, which is why he's going to bring up the tweet in the background right here from 21 Savage adding Gunna and Young Thug, who both have some serious allegations.
Gunna, Young Thug, y'all fix that shit. Y'all love each other. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time. When he told the first time. And we swept that under the rug for you. We swept that under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang the streets. So why couldn't it be the streets when I did what I did? When
Exactly.
they did me dirty. But y'all sweet, y'all rat under the rug.
So
What's
you want to be accepted by basically.
No.
So that's the thing, right? It's a deflection. What BigBank did right there was deflect.
That's all he do.
6ix9ine asked him, here's a clear example of everyone knowing Gunna snitched, and 6ix9ine telling Thug, look, we knew Gunna snitched and wasn't like that when he snitched the first time.
So it's like,
6ix9ine is saying,
why didn't y'all go crazy if he snitched the first time? Why'd y'all still make music with him? And then when the Rico come, now you want to act like everything a fucking problem because he wanted to get the fuck out of there. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with what Gunna did, bro.
if it can be fuck the streets for Gunna, why wasn't it fuck the streets for me? And instead of Bank being like, you know what, that makes sense, or you know what, yeah, Gunna should have been put in the same boat, he's saying, oh, you just want to be accepted like Gunna.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why can't you just admit the
he's
facts, bro? Why can't you just admit the facts and say what's being presented is factual? Because it is. He's literally showing you everything that you need to know, bro. Like,
why wasn't the same energy held when it was your people instead of me? And I feel like it's easier to pick on who you view as the outsider or the weaker person than it is to politic on your own people. Because alienating Gunna, who is still highly successful, if not the most successful person in this conversation,
literally,
it's gonna be a whole lot harder to do than
one thing about it,
6ix9ine.
one thing about it, Gunna came out that shit is he's number one, nigga. Y'all not doing that shit, so get off his dick,
right? And when you make that move against Gunna, you're taking a hit on your career. So this is the thing. Realistically speaking, a lot of people feel like they would take a hit on their career if they side with 6ix9ine.
Yep.
A lot more people feel like they would take a hit on their career if they side against Gunna. Does that make sense? That's why a lot of people never really wanted to say nothing. And then the whole fuck the streets and we should all get together. Yeah, because Gunna, that shit didn't affect him. So now y'all want features and to come back so everybody can keep making money and acting like shit.
Just trying to fucking Bro, people are
It didn't
terrible, bro.
Now that was the video of Gunna literally snitching on CNN, Crime Stoppers, whatever.
He
Let
literally
police
was
do
on
their
Crime
job.
Stoppers.
Hold on, babe. My bad.
And y'all made songs with him.
Bro, you can stop hitting that bullshit, bro. You just walk nothing down, bro. You just showed the video. Hold up.
Yeah, he
Gunna didn't
did.
tell the first. I get
He's got a button that says, I walk shit down. But again, Big Bank is not going to agree with him at any point in time in this conversation.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, bro. Bottom line is 6ix9ine destroyed fucking Big Bank in that interview. We got another video coming soon, man. Y'all have a great one. Hit that like button, that sub button, and that hype button, man. Y'all have a blessed one, man.